It's the Cable
I have not watched a David Lynch film, so this will be interesting. Well, Ancestor Recall is a blue card, and Velvet is sometimes associated with luxury, and as a member of the Power Nine, you could certainly see Ancestor Recall being in a Velvet case. Dennis Hopper's not Count Dooku. He looks like him. Appreciate the correction. Laura Dern had to drop out of UCLA to make that movie, and now they teach it in their film classes. That's kind of a little ironic. I'd assume that she learned more starring in the film, huh? The dude's covering his ears. Oh, that's a good point. It could be the missing ear. Okay, so Laura Dern, you said, left film school. This isn't directly related to the film, but she left a Tellurian Academy to make the movie. The back lore. Uh-huh. Hey, Oratog, thanks for 500 bits there. Oratog says, spending these bits just to highlight my favorite Lynch movie of all time, The Straight Story. It's a G-rated movie about a guy riding hundreds of miles on his lawnmower to visit his dying brother. It is brilliant. I've got a confession to make for all of y'all. I have never watched a David Lynch film or show. Not even Dune. Hold on, I think I have seen the original Dune, but I have forgotten about it. All right, how do we relate the Relic of Sauron to Blue Velvet? No. I mean, clearly the Relic of Sauron is the correct pick here. They're both film-related. It's a film pick, right? None of these other cards have appeared in a film. That's so loose. Sephiroth's been in a film. Not one that I've watched. Oh, I gotta pick a card. I'm gonna squint here a little bit. Urza, in this case, is clearly David Lynch, fully in command of his filmmaking, sending his camera crews around, his forces. I think this film, Blue Velvet, is a specific passage, a rite of passage for upcoming film students and the like. Oh no, Nettle Cyst. Some of y'all won't get this. It's something, I'm going to leave it a little bit of a mystery as to exactly why Nettle Cyst fits this step, which in turn fits the film Blue Velvet, which is a mystery. Mishra's bauble is vaguely ear-shaped, like the missing ear of the film. Bauble kind of reminds me of a collectible, too. There's got to be collectible editions of Blue Velvet. Is that the 4K Ultra Steelbook release? Oh yeah, there is a special edition. Of course there is. This would be much easier if I'd ever seen this film. Oh, Glimmer lens. You need the appropriate lens for filmmaking. Lantern, lighting, huh? Lighting's got to be like 50% of cinematography. The stip is tithing my brain. Gotta have some filming locations. Formidable speaker, plenty of quality actors in that film. I'm not sure I would call Blue Velvet obscure, but maybe I'm wrong. I think we're gonna need a map to track down what this film's about. The storytelling is obscure, even if the film isn't. I could see that. The screenplay of Blue Velvet had been passed around multiple times in the late 70s and early 80s, with several studios declining it due to its strong sexual and violent content. After the failure of Dune, Lynch made attempts to develop a more personal story, somewhat characteristic of the surrealist style, displayed in Eraserhead. Oh, hey. Maybe. I think I watched like half of Eraserhead. I was like, that's enough. I got it. I get it. Oh, Tamia would be Laura Dern, huh? Because she literally quit her schooling to do that. Take on that job. Blue Velvet initially received a divided critical response, with many stating its explicit content served little artistic purpose. But Lynch got his second nom for Best Director. All right, who are we gonna kill? Who are we gonna cast as Roadkill Rodney? Is that Dean Stockwell? Yes, Murder. Farian's just on board with the kill plan. Oh, he misspoke. The dominance of David Lynch's directing. He was nominated for Best Picture. Unexpectedly absent implies a mystery, just like the one in this film. This is a bit more of a stretch, but we already got Lantern for the lighting aspect. Oh, wait, no, Mindstone. I was going to go Sunfall, but Mindstone feels very Lynchian to me. This film's going to be a bit of a mindfuck. This film is known for its sexual content, and Basalt Monolith, my God. I'll just let you all look at the art, and you can see where my brain's going. Oh, the Kappa Cannoneer would be very welcome on set. It's like a mobile lighting rig there. What is Blue Velvet? It's an old David Lynch film, which I have not seen. But that's not stopping me. Stoneforge Mystic has Glimmerlens and Nettle Cyst. I think the camera operator is very similar to Forensic Gadgeteer. Forensic Gadgeteer to be the cinematographer. Who did DOC Blue Velvet? Frederick Elms. Frederick Elms, known for working with Lynch and Jim Jarmusch. Jarmusch? The fuck is Jim Jarmusch? Oh, he did Dead Man and Coffee and Cigarettes. I've seen Coffee and Cigarettes. I think Mox Emerald could look like a tinting lens. It could, if you squint real hard. Lynch's works, certainly worthy of being in the Library of Alexandria. And then the production of the film would have been in the workshop, of course. To pull a film like that off, it's not just David Lynch, it's not just his director of cinematographer, the actors, it is a coalition. And the film itself is a relic of said coalition. A snapshot in time. Famous film set, Caracas, used in that movie. Just for you, JRC. You think Caracas may be a stretch? What? There's no stretches in any of this. We're taking the correct card for the stip every time, whether we know what it is or not. I gotta Google what eidetic means. Denoting mental images having unusual vividness and detail. perfect recall memory. That would be useful for filmmaking. We're gonna go with Prism. Prism Fracturing Light. Makes sense to me here. Containment Priest, just like a set director to make a movie. And Taco Farmer, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 81 months there. Room Pack 3. A little short on playables. I might just have to start grabbing stuff. Need 5 more. Certainly need guides to make a film. Oh, Emery came back. The Lurker of the Loch. Mysterious character, huh? Character of legend. Film more seen as an item of curiosity than anything else. Mightstone and Weakstone. So the Mightstone could be Frank Booth, the psychopathic gangster and drug lord. Oh my god. I just read what Frank does next. Not gonna follow that thread any further. Portable hole to contain the film, of course. Did I pick up Dennis Hopper yet? Well, that'd be the Kappa Cannoneer, of course. All right. I'm going to come clean with y'all. The stip was to draft as normal. But to make up whatever the most flexible stip name would be, and Blue Velvet was the first thing that came to my mind. You've been hoodwinked. You have indeed been hoodwinked. Strict adherence to the stip, no notes. Yeah. Both those talismans tap for blue, which would make this 11 blue sources and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white. 7 white doesn't quite feel like enough. This Abandoned Dare Temple might actually be worse than a Plains, which is pretty rare. I think anyone who like really knew David Lynch would have drafted this exact same deck. Oh, sure. I don't think I'm supposed to keep this, but if you whip on blue, like you still have Absent on turn 2. Certainly wouldn't keep the hand without this recall here. You know him so well, he lets you call him Dave. Ooh. Dave's a pretty good name. I thought that was a Mox Diamond at first, and I got real excited about this Absent. Well, worst case scenario, we have a Mightstone and Weakstone coming down turn 3. Four mana, turn 2. I don't think I want to Absent that. I don't think I want to save the Absent until I'm actually going to play a creature. Well, that's all pretty sick. David Lynch was always saying how much he loved to, quote, draw 3 cards. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's actually David Lynch modeling for the card art. think I'm just going to unexpectedly absent this Oath, get it off the board for a while. I don't think I'm doing that much with infinite mana this turn. You're having some issue with your Prime sub? That is a bummer. Hopefully it works another day. If you hold down your auto tapper here, it becomes a little bit faster to do this loop, because it knows that you just always want to do the tap for mana option when it's untapped. You don't have to select between the two. We're going to fire off the Nettlecyst, draw... Well, I guess I'm supposed to lead on the Kappa Cannoneer, huh? Hey, Zappa, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Opponent's conceding because we've got a win con. Gas to churn through. Skyclave Apparition is certainly another answer to Oath. Oh, as is that Portable Hole, huh? I think this Containment Priest should also come in. Maybe over the Glimmer Lens. It was a story-based Stip franchise. It all took place during the actual drafting. Had to be there. Little Queens of the Stone Age. Just gonna hold up the Sea Priest here. Got me. Assuming they've got some kind of a reanimation sub-theme, but I think I'm going to crack this Soul Guide Lantern anyway. So I can get it back up to 7 cards for the Library of Alexandria. I draw a card at the end of turn, draw a card for my turn, crack this Mind Stone, and then I'm at 7 in the library. It gives me another card. I did board in some answers to sneak attack. Nice. Put it 4 down instead of 3. I was thinking about playing this Tameo out, but I think we're okay. Bought myself a little bit of time there. Not a lot of bit, just a little bit. Can you only do squad once? I thought you could do it more. Yeah, any number of times. They got my gadgets here, huh? It's a bit of a bummer. Bye, Tamio. Looks like I can only play it twice, huh? Unless I played the Crocus and tapped it for it, which I don't want to do. I want to bounce the Grizzlebrand. Could have played the Rodney first and made a third or maybe even a fourth one, and then they could have tapped for the Kappa Cannoneer. So I believe, yeah, opponent certainly has their sneak attack here. Hey, dog's very excited about my my bottle of wine here. He's like, "Where'd it go? Where did it go? That was awesome." You little shit. I can't even leave wine on the ground without him getting all into it. Let him have the wine. Old timers used to do that. They used to just like put a fucking tray of whiskey down for the Greyhound. I brought that up to my wife recently. We were going on a walk earlier, and she was like, "Yeah, they didn't believe in anything back then. They didn't think food allergies were real." I was like, "Yeah, that's fair." Hey, thanks, JDB. Yeah, the pupper's awesome. Been doing awesome puppy things. Sleeping on laps. Running and playing in fields. Everything you'd want a happy little puppy to do. We're teaching him to sit before we let him outside. Oh, that's a big bummer. Yeah, the relic, I was thinking we'd have plenty of resources here. Well, we're down to 3. Sneak Emrakul. Yeah, Crocus is like, if they have to use all their mana, Crocus is good against Sneak Emrakul. If they have the mana, then they can sneak it in a second time. We're also at 20 life, so an Emrakul hit doesn't kill me, and I've got stuff to sack. So I wasn't super worried about that. More worried about like a Damnation clearing my board or what have you. You recommend heal? Yeah, I started. Oh, that's good. Pyrokinesis, clear these, and then Liliana can just edict the Kappa. That is probably winning, huh? Yeah, that was one of the first things that I tried teaching him was heal and stop on a leash, even before we were like taking him outside for walks and stuff. I started him inside, just like walking around the house, walking around the room, and he learned so quickly. But unfortunately, he thinks heal means go. Still useful, still useful. Not the exact command I was looking for, but stop has been incredible. This is a good turn, huh? Something about drawing 14 cards in a turn, 15 cards in a turn. What's my best hit? Urza Spin? Ancestral? They still have 11 cards yet. Well, whatever my best draw was, it probably wasn't this island. That's a sneaky Hagak there. Looks like they're going to corpse dance this Woodfall Primus. Usually you need your sneak attack activations to do more than 8 damage. I like the Hagak if you have... am I dead? Yeah, I'm just dead here. They have the red mana to re-sneak. Yeah, usually you want to get some kind of a value out of your sneak-in. If you had another way to rebuy the Hagak, right? And if you had a bunch of creatures and stuff, but they don't. They're also an Oath deck. I think I'm okay on disenchant effects. Someone was pointing out Haywire Might could potentially answer Oath or Sneak. 4 green sources. Almost good, almost consistent. Has anyone else seen the story about the cornhole player? Oh, I think I remember reading something about a cornhole player. Like death threats or something. Pro cornhole player, quadruple amputee arrested for murder. Murder. I guess I'll keep him. That's exactly what it is, I'm rando. The party game where you toss a beanbag into a hole in the plank. Sometimes referred to as bags. Seems more than alleged. I mean, alleged just means that there's a investigation or court case ongoing, right? Shooting someone when you have no arms is impressive. Meh. Until you've I think ever since I saw that video of the League of Legends player without arms getting into Diamond in League of Legends. You're worse than them? Yeah, same. You'll the bounce Tamio. I mean, we can always bounce the Tali next turn, right? No rush. There's something leaving the Crocus up, but if I run out the Relic, I can actually activate it with this Tolarian here. I think that's better. We'll see if they sneak activate. They are not. Nice. There we go, huh? There we go. Got some stuff rolling now, maybe. Should have done this before. Play my land. Yeah, no, that one's wasted. The Atali hits need to be good. They got a Pyrokinesis and a what? A what? A Kappa Cannoneer. Well, that is quite good. So the Cannoneer's cast. The Containment Priest won't stop it. Kappa Cannoneer only is a 5/5 currently. So we have lethal. The Mightstone and Weakstone can clear the Cannoneer, and then the Crocus can bounce the Atali, and then Assist can go on our earlier token here. We could play her to whole deck with Urza. We could. So even if they were like 20, we could have pretty easily gotten ramped up our artifact count between the Urza and the Gadgeteer, right? What does Blue Velvet Stip mean? It means everything you want it to mean and nothing. Can I give you a fuck ice? I certainly can. Fuck ice. It was a meta step. Come up with something and narrate how things fit. Hey, MC Squared, thanks to the sob, thanks to 26 months there. You think this Mox is worse than an island? I don't know if I would trade this Mox for an island. So you would already have an island here. There's a lot of blue sources in the deck. I don't know whether to Emery or Tamio on 2 here. I guess I'll try Tamioing to break that Ragaman. Could play Emery up with Caracas Protection. I think we have enough gas here that this is fine, though. No, my Ancestor Recall. Ooh. There's a Prism in the graveyard that I could rebuy to play out this Urza. I think I'd rather Gadgeteer into Mindstone. Ooh. Potentially exciting next turn. New Recall. That card doesn't fit my definition of an Ancestor Recall, even a little bit. That Birthing Ritual is starting to irritate me. Let's go ahead and cancel this. Yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is just like pop all these clues, draw a bunch of cards, and the profs can make the forensic into like a 7/7 or something this turn. Or more. We're popping off, that's for sure. There's a card people are calling a new recall in the next set. Yeah. It literally has the text Ancestral Recall on it. But it's just like, it's as much of a recall as like loot is a recall, you know? A gimmick, as it were. Hoping to dodge the turn 1 Ragavan. Successfully dodged the turn 1 Ragavan. Tempting to map crack for Academy there. I think I'm fine going down below my library. Yeah, drawing a few cards is pretty fucking good. Play the artifacts first, play the Academy. Opponent's got one card in hand. I think I'm supposed to try and race here. Perfect. All right, to my dead. 7 plus 4 is 11. Come on, deck, come on. I think I am Deaders. I almost saved that talisman in case I drew this one. Hashtag regrets. They got me, but I'll make them do it. If I'd saved the talisman and gotten one card deeper, then I would have redrawn. Oh, that would have been plenty of blockers. Damn it. Yeah, game losing play, not holding a talisman, huh? I got a little ahead of myself. Well, this gives us another game. Close one, very close. Against my deck, I might even hold on to that Wasteland for an Academy or Urza's Saga or something of that ilk. Like I just play Workshops here when you feel silly for burning the waste. I wonder if I should Gadgeteer next turn or just map crack for Workshops. It'll depend on what my draw is. What Crucible effects are in the cube? Quite a lot. I think they're all in green. Oh, let's Gadgeteer, yeah. Let's get that value. There's Ice Till, there's like the weird land, or the weird green enchantment crucible door thing. There might be actual crucible in. If the rebel token serves, it gets eaten by that smuggler's copter, of course. Pretty tasty. Yeah, one thing I like to have in these decks is a sweeper and like a balance or something. We don't have one of those. Just gonna have to draw exceptionally well here. We do have Academy. I think I'm just dead. Brutal. Just like the end of Blue Velvet. Exactly like the end of Blue Velvet. You got it, Zazu. This means there's probably a portable hole target. Whatever my opponent's doing over there. This off-color Mox looking real bad, I wonder if I'm supposed to turn one Tameo instead of turn one Holing. Now that I see they're on one land, I feel good about my whole decision. Hello. Oh, I want to attack first, huh? Get my clue. Four mana, not enough for a Kappa. Like the opponent's land choice, the one. Okie dokie. I think I'm just supposed to Cannoneer here. Oh, hello. So we don't have any blue mana. We're not going to be able to leave the Cannoneer down, but we can play this Mindstone and Weakstone, and I think just kill their Inti, huh? Oh, I could draw a couple cards off these clues. I like that plan. Because I could draw a Talisman, right, and then get the Kappa Cannoneer down this turn. I think that swap should have happened last game, too. Keep forgetting about the Gadgeteer's other ability. The Clue ability, that was the best ability. Yeah, I remember when this card first came out, I bought a playset to play in Legacy and then never did. Keep them off Luris. Oh, we don't care about Luris there. The Inti was the only thing they had going on. You kill an elf, the Inti might find a land drop for him anyway. Oh, this is featuring Steve Vai, right? That Polyphia track. Steve Vai is touring right now. I think Animals as Leaders is opening for him. I like this tune. I've kind of heard it a lot lately. Kind of want to hear a little bit more prog. This hand is very fragile. We're certainly going to keep. Because turn 1 Tameo into Academy stuff is pretty good. But if they just, swords at Tameo, then you don't really do much. Wait, this is the same opponent? They pulled Dolaris. Interesting. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Whiskey Weasel, thanks for the $6.90. Little something for the tip jar and your ears. Cheers. This tune's kind of just starting. I'll fire up your song request right now. Some all them witches. Great band. Cheers indeed. And I don't think I'm cracking this clue, even though I've got mana up and stuff. I think we need to hold on to it. Fuel my Academy. Could just play Urza on 3, huh? And then off of the Urza, I'd be able to play the Nettle Cyst. You're eating more beans from the can? Love it. What kind of beans? I'm not sure I ever got that. You asked what our favorite kinds of beans to eat from a can were. And I told you the refried beans with the chilies in them. Pinto beans tonight. The best canned beans are Amy's refried. What are those, $4? $5.60 on sale for $3.19. Now that's a deal. Yeah, I think if you're paying $5 for a can of beans, it kind of like defeats the purpose of buying a can of beans. I do like Amy's stuff. It is all quality, sadly. You're going to be in a pants shitting competition, so you're getting ready. Oh, man. I would crush a pants shitting competition. It would not be fair. I was shitting myself the fucking day I was born. That's how prepared I'd be. Odd little game, huh? We're both just building up our boards. I like to think somewhere out there, Paparian is also chatting with folks about pants shitting. Kind of feels like a bolt, doesn't it? That is a wild story, Gladiatorian. You shit yourself on accident catching a pizza that almost slipped off your oven paddle while working at Papa John's. I don't know if you want to clone an Adeline. It seems not ideal. Does one shit one's pants on purpose? Could do, right? I remember in middle school, there was a teacher that when she got cranky, she wouldn't let kids go to the bathroom. Stay in your seat, and that sort of stuff. And one of the students in an act of rebellion just stood on their desk and like held their hands out like this and just pissed themselves. We tried to do this the easy way. Very reasonable request, needing to go to the bathroom. You chose this. That'll get the teacher fired instantly. Oh, not at our school. Extremely small school. I never heard of a teacher getting fired. At your restaurant, you had a rule. If you poop yourself, you have to get sent home. It didn't come up very much. I think if you shit yourself, you should have to finish your plate. That's what I think. Wasting good food. You grew up in Texas. Only way a teacher could get fired was teaching evolution. That's funny. There was a my college biology professor was also an evolutionist. An interesting guy. It didn't really impact his course at all. Or I'm sorry, creationist. He was a creationist. It didn't really impact his course at all, except he had a disclaimer at the very start. Kind of need to find some answers to things. I guess I'll do some drawing. your biology teacher was religious, and if you said that a human's an animal, she'd mark you wrong. Oh my god. This is be for 3. I guess I'll do one more. I'm not dead on board, right? Let's have the one flyer. Oh, nice. Opponent was just sick of it. They had a flyer. I was a little concerned there. Blue Velvet Stip complete.